HOA Karen tried to force me to join the HOA, so I dissolved it. Living near an HOA Karen is like living under constant surveillance. Every lawn cut, every fence height, every mailbox decoration scrutinized. But nothing could have prepared me for the day Karen tried to force me to join the HOA, and how I turned the tables in the most satisfying way possible. It started with the usual barrage of letters and phone calls. Karen, self-appointed enforcer of community standards, had decided that my property, perfectly compliant with all local laws, needed to be under HOA control. She insisted that I pay dues, follow her rules, and attend meetings. I politely refused. That wasn't enough. The next week, she showed up in person, clipboard in hand, declaring, "By law, you have to join the HOA. It's mandatory. Non-compliance will result in fines and legal action." I laughed, not out of disrespect, but because I had already anticipated this move. You see, when I purchased my property, I had negotiated a private ownership clause. The HOA had no legal jurisdiction over my land. Karen, of course, was unaware. I calmly explained, "Karen, you're mistaken. My property is independent of the HOA. Your rules, fees, and fines have no authority here." Her eyes narrowed. "That's impossible. You can't opt out," she insisted. I smiled. "Actually, I can. And I just did something better." That's when I revealed the kicker. Over the past few months, I had quietly been restructuring the HOA itself. Through a combination of legal maneuvering, shareholder votes, and property rights consolidation, I had gained the authority to dissolve the HOA entirely. The board was powerless, and Karen's claims were instantly nullified. The look on her face was priceless. Karen, the queen of neighborhood entitlement, suddenly realized that all her threats, fines, and intimidation were meaningless. Every rule she had tried to enforce, every complaint she had filed, evaporated overnight. The HOA, which she had wielded like a weapon, no longer existed. Neighbors were stunned and then ecstatic. Many had quietly endured her reign for years, silently suffering through arbitrary fines and invasive rules. The dissolution of the HOA was celebrated, and I became something of a local hero. Karen, of course, was furious, but her fury had nowhere to go. Without the HOA, she had no platform, no authority, and no one to enforce her whims on. The aftermath was peaceful. My property remained independent, my neighbors were relieved, and Karen faded into a corner of the community, occasionally muttering about the good old days when she could bully homeowners with impunity. Every time she tried to rally neighbors around some new rule, the community politely reminded her, "The HOA no longer exists." From that day forward, I realized that entitlement can be neutralized, not with anger or confrontation, but with strategy, patience, and legal foresight. Karen had tried to force me into submission, but I had turned the situation completely around. The moral? Sometimes, the ultimate power move isn't fighting the HOA, it's becoming the HOA's undoing. Entitlement meets reality, and reality wins.